Hey everybody, it's TR here, and I'm back with another one of my little do-it-yourself projects. Today I'm doing an install of a Roadmaster Invisibrake on my 2014 Subaru Crosstrek. So I'm going to show you all the steps it takes to get this puppy installed and see if we can get her working today. So let's get going. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this seat out, mainly just to make it easier to work in here, and also make it a little easier to shoot video as I start to do the bulk of the install. Alright, these two items screw out. Pick up this shield and that. Oops, we got a little button here that popped out. You can see that I've pulled through the disc connector with the red wire, black, that'd be the power, and then these two are the dead man switch, that's the white and the black you see there. These are your standard trailer connection wires. Those will all be terminated up under the hood, and then this is a vacuum line that goes up and gets tacked into the vacuum at brake assist booty scooty. And I've got some extra loom here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some protective loom on this. I'm going to put this protective loom on here. I got 100 feet of it or so that I bought for a different project I was working on a while back, and so just to keep these cables and stuff from getting chaffed up. So I'm just going to put a real loose zip tie on this just to keep these in the looming while I finish this up. Not tight, just enough to hold them in there. Okay, so I'm going to finish running this line here. What I've done is I've put the cable in loom, and then there's a hole through this support right here that the fuel door releases in, and I got one cable that just had to turn up, so if I did hit turn down, there we go.
By the
Okay, so just a quick update here. I've ran out of battery and I was wanting to get this done, so I just kept working along here, but I'll show you where I'm at now. So what I've done is I've installed this bracket, okay? This is a puller bracket that pulls on the brake pedal here. And then behind it here, you can see, can you see it from here? Yeah. So behind it here you can see this pulley. Now the instructions say this needs to be really straight on, and so it's pretty good. It's got a little pull down in it. I think I might move this bracket down just a touch to line that up. And then basically I've got this attached here, a couple of self-tapping sheet metal screws. With the pulley, there's 4 self-tappers in there. I've completed the wiring, so if you look here, this is coming along in here. And then I've got it snaked up in here, and then I found a nice convenient spot. So here's my conduit and cabling for all the cabling. I found a nice convenient spot on the firewall for that. So if you look right here, you can see where the cables are coming out here. I'll get this all cleaned up here in a bit and get all this hooked up underneath the hood here. But so that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm going to go ahead and put the interior back together. Yeah, I'm always looking for tools. Always looking for tools. So let's figure out how we're going to get this guy mounted in here. Just like that. That's going to work. This one of these. Put one little zip tie down there. Tie that puppy up. Just keep those from getting snagged on something or by something. And that, as they say, is that. Looking good. So I'm back here, and it's actually been a couple of days because just about the time I was finishing the install, a bit of a thunderstorm rolled over, and so I ended up having to stop for the day. But I want to show you how I finished up under the hood here. See right there, right where that cable comes through the firewall, and I put a little bit of silicone there, and that's just to keep that cable from moving back and forth in the firewall. I wasn't really too worried about it. Also to kind of seal the firewall up, because I didn't want water kind of splashing up on the firewall here and leaking into the cabin. And here's this vacuum line, and I've just kind of peeled out here, put a nice curve in it. The kit provides you a T to put here, and so I put a T. You see right here, there's a T right here that you T into that to provide vacuum sensing to the brake system. And then also there's a check valve that I installed right there, and on it it's clearly marked which way points towards the engine. So that was pretty simple. I put a couple hose clamps on there just because I didn't want to have any kind of a vacuum leak off that T. And then the rest of that cable just kind of wraps around here. And now here's the existing line for my tow lights, for the tail lights anyway. And you'll note that it's a different color. I had resolved the colors when I hooked the car and the RV up quite a long time ago. And they provided bullets in the kit to splice these together, and I don't really like to use bullets too much if I don't have to. So I have these into the cables here, okay, which provided a perfectly good connection. This wire right here is that dead man switch, and I installed that on the front. I'll show you that in just a bit. These two wires here are the power wires, and they come over and attach directly to the battery. I had already attached a charge wire from the RV to the car because I have to leave the ignition on when I'm towing, and I wanted to be able to charge the battery, so I had a charge wire that I've already attached to the battery. And so what I did with it was I just re-terminated these two wires into a new connector here, and then attached it to the positive side here. This side here, that's the ground from the RV. I did the same thing. I just terminated these two wires into a spade type connector here and attached it to the negative side of the battery. There was quite a lot of excess cable from the dead man switch, as I call it. That's really the breakaway switch. It's a safety switch, but I tend to call it a dead man. I just bundled it up right here and snaked it through the dash. And then what I did down here, and I mounted this switch to the mount from my tow connector here. And as I say, it's a breakaway switch, so when you pull that out, it sets the brakes. You can actually hear the system start to work when that comes out, so you have to leave that in. Okay, so here's the actual Invisibrake system. This right here is the actuator cylinder, and that comes out and runs through a cable that runs up and then pulls the brake pedal down. That's all there is to this unit. It fit really nice underneath the seat, as you can see. Plenty of room there, still over the top. Even though I mounted a block on the other side so it would sit level. I'll show you real quick how the system works just by pulling that breakaway switch in the front. And that's really all there is to it. I've got, I've been driving this now for about 2 weeks with brake system in, and it's been working really well. I've had absolutely no problems with it. A couple things I want to note though while I'm down here is that this bracket here, I actually, if you can see it, maybe if I get down in here like this, here's the bracket. It was quite long, so it would adjust for various thicknesses of the brake pedal arm here. So I sawed that off and ground down the edges so they're nice and smooth. And then also, you see here, manufacturer recommends that you cut it out the floor, and then I cut out the carpet enough here. And then I cut out the carpet enough here to accommodate the pulley itself. But they want these parts mounted right to the metal. And then of course something that's also really important is that you check behind where you're going to mount that and make sure you're not going to screw into something that you don't want to screw into. A brake line, a fuel line, electrical cables, whatever might exist on your vehicle, and you want to check that and make sure that you're not drilling into stuff. One of the last things I wanted to show is that they recommend that you leave a little bit of slack, just enough for the head of that ball to come through. Now I may be a little long, I could probably adjust that a little bit, but I think it's working extremely well, and so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it the way it is. So there you have it. That's the installation of the Roadmaster Invisibrake in my 2014 Subaru Crosstrek. All told, it took about 3 hours to get the whole system installed and set up and working properly. There is something that I didn't show and won't show in this particular video, and there's a signaling line and an LED with an alarm that's mounted in the dash of the RV that I don't show in this video because it was pretty straightforward to do. But I do recommend you do that. That way at least you know your brakes are on and you're not going to be dragging your car down the road with the brakes on. Now, it seems to me that it would be pretty obvious if your brakes are on, because you're going to be feeling a drag as you're trying to drive down the road. But that being said, to each their own. So, that's it for this one. Until we meet again, peace.